So I'm at a point with this project, with modifying the tarot deck, where I'm hitting some cork cards, and I'm not... I feel like I'm missing someone. Because I am. So we got Page, Queen, King, and a Knight. I think I may just kind of keep the figures. I'm not attached to the backgrounds for the most part, but not having anything to be sitting on gets a little weird. I think these are going to take a little bit more thought than the pips, just because there's more going on here. Maybe we do this because I want to kind of keep it slightly cohesive. I mean, I'm not super concerned, but it's nice when things make sense in your artwork, and these are like a bunch of pieces of art all slung together, at least within the suites. I think I'm going to take this color and put it in the sky, because everyone has a bit of sky. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. Leave the cityscapes, keeping horse, keeping the seats. Might keep this kind of weird area and just play around with it. Yeah, so I'm going to just fill in backgrounds today on these in the sky, and use up some, use this up. I need a smaller, I don't have a lot of small brushes because I always try to use the largest brush I can, because it makes you paint more, as we like to say it in the artwork, loosely. It makes it so you can't get too super fussy. But there are times when you do need to be a little bit fussier, and this is one of those. So yeah. And I feel like once I get through this court card, I'll probably have a better feel for how I want to do the rest, and also the major arcana, which is part of the reason why I did not start with that. So like, what do I want to do with that? My God. Terrifying. Okay, I feel like this is kind of taking me as far as it can on this one. I'm pulling what little paint is on there. This doesn't have to perfectly butt up with this dude, but I do want it to make sense. I can bring back tree branches and stuff like that if I so desire to. Dab there. Dab, 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 dab. My kitty itching. Some paint on there. Trying to like preserve things, but at the same time not be like, oh my God, I must preserve. Yeah. Some background. So small things, and the thing is, you have to remember when you're working small things, I think, are difficult. I would much rather, I find it much easier to do large things. over small, tiny things like this. That's just me. Other people find small things easier to do. I also have like really crappy brushes. And they're all really well used. They're not. I'm going to switch to a larger one for typing. Not that large though. I'll scrap the. No, it's not really big, but in the context of this, it's big. And really, this is plan is to use this paint up and then kind of be done for the day with this. And might do some small work in the eyes, but I feel like changing some of the colors in the clothing. It's speaking to me. Oh, that's her arm. Fudge-o-matic. Don't ask me why I've started saying Fudge-o-matic. I just have. It started a few weeks ago. So this is a completely dried out baby wipe. I've been finding they reconstitute well with water. So if you have a really dried out baby wipes, okay, there's her arm. I may have to go back and re-gesso her arm. If they're dried out, if you spray them again with water, they will work again. I found this out because I have some that I've had for quite a while now. I used them last cat, Wilhelmina. She got older and she was long-haired, so we had some issues with her in going to the bathroom, so I was often cleaning her up, and the baby wipes were the best. So, and that's also when I started using them in art. I'm like, why did I put this off so long? That was stupid. So if you've been on the fence about baby wipes, just go for it, man. You won't be happy you did. I find it, when things are kind of drier, you can take off the paint better with them than you can with just using the water. Let's go in for these. I'm going to call that a shirt. Okay. Filling in some small areas first. I'm probably going to flip this upside down after this horse. Yeah, okay, there we go. By doing so, I avoid a whole mess of, this one's kind of piddly and fiddly more than the others. But yeah, I was really excited to find out that baby wipes are very dried out, and these have been dried out for a very long time. Still work when you spray water on them. So, little hack there. I mean, they probably wouldn't work too well if you're using them as what baby wipes are designed for, but to remove some paint or clean up a jelly plate, you do just fine. This dude's piddly and fiddly, man. This is the night. Yep. Piddly fiddly. spaces on these, they're so small that there's not really a whole heck of a lot of detail you can bring into things. So a lot of it probably not, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Probably some pencil kind of stuff. Derwents and things that can have points more easily. I guess trying to go in with paint may just be very frustrating. This one's kind of pretending to come out a little. And at this point, I'm kind of going with any flaws can be pretty much, that's what I'm looking for, fixed with things like pen and stuff like that. So let's get that off there. Each time you see a spot on there, I can flip this, it's easier. Water, remove it, it will leave a spot unless you are going for the spotty effect. Because you can create some cool patterns by doing that, but in this case, I don't want to. Yeah, this has been an interesting process. I feel like it's already doing what I want it to do and sparking that creativity within regard to the project of tarot deck creation. I was watching a show on Spain, Islamic Spain, way back when in the Middle Ages, and how the Greek, and I'm thinking of this because this is a very, not even really Roman, very Greek kind of paradigm you see in this classical world illusion from the Renaissance. How the Greek was preserved via the Arabic, the Islamic peoples in Spain, and having these wonderful libraries there. And this, you know, we always talk about how medieval scholars used Latin, and not so much about how they used Arabic at that point in time to that's what I'm looking for, to read, and not necessarily, at least read, because like the treaties, a lot of the treaties were in Arabic, and the Greek was translated into Arabic, and when they started translating to Latin, you had this translate from Arabic into a middle language such as Hebrew or a vernacular, and vernacular is just what you speak, and then into the Latin. So it's kind of this bizarrely convoluted process that really changed some stuff, because whenever you translate something, you're effectively creating a new book, a new version of that writing. So that was very interesting. But yeah, and how it was an interesting show. The description of the show was kind of like not very accurate, but yeah, it was interesting. So okay, I'm just gonna use up this paint, and really I'm doing sides and backs, so I'll let you go. Bye bye.